200 naira, then you're a very rich person. It ends with respect. This is in the kitchen.
Every man should have something of their own. That maybe you see like this, the ground open, me. And if you notice, your spending, if you calculate it, has reduced.
500 naira was $690.
Some people, in terms of females, do not actually want that woman empowerment. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Kamile, and with me is my beautiful mom, aka
Auntie Kate.
So today's video is
episode 2 of our life in the 20s.
Okay, so this is the episode 2 of our life in our 20s, and she's going to be sharing some like tips of how our life was in our 20s, right?
Yes.
So the first question is, how was life in your 20s like compared to the situation of things now in Nigeria?
In our own time at 20 was beautiful, was peaceful, there was security, there was abundance of everything, and was this kind of communal love. Then, we invite people for like the like of Sunny Ade in our own time, and there was still and they will come for our social activities in the college.
We still have social activities,
but it's not as fun as that because we are more mature. Then there was no insecurity.
What do you mean by mature? Do you mean that you guys were like
we were
older?
much? Oh, of course, we were much older.
So age do you enter like university then? That time
it will shock you that some people enter at 21.
Oh.
And currently some people will finish at 15th.
Yes.
But so you can see the different kind of maturity in our own time. And remember really well, though we belong to the old school type where there was no internet, unlike now that you people have access to internet, you can read your lectures online, you can do everything
classes,
online. But now we go to libraries and you find out that we're more serious. Because we know that was the only source. So there was no distraction, but we were never in a hurry. And I want to tell you that in our 20s too, we dress moderately. When I talk of moderately, we don't dress nakedly.
Are you playing? What type of playing is this?
Believe that people will address you the way you dress.
I think it depends on the personal preference of some people. You can't say everyone, it's just some set of people.
But majority, my darling, from my personal observation, majority.
Well, okay, that's that about dressing. When you talk about like friendships, like I was creating friends then, because right now most people are just out to have friends they can benefit from.
Well, in our own time, like I told you that everything was based on love, on genuinity. You find out that our friendship starts from the first day that we got to school. Then I went to missionary school, but in the time we were having Christmas, having Valentine. So the missionaries then, they will tell us to choose a friend. It could be any of your seniors. They will tell you that if it's just a rosary or a pencil, something like a token of love.
They still do that in church nowadays. Like when they say
they call that one love feast.
Sunday or
yes,
love feast. Yes.
And you see, we have love for humanity then. But what do we find now? Everybody are more interested on those that are very rich.
Well, you really can't blame people, because if you look at the rates of things in the economy, for instance, if you see how our dollar is to naira, it cannot be like in your time that we say dollar to naira was like around 100 and something.
I remember the first BAT that I bought. 500 naira was $690. At 20s, the economy was buoyant. You could remember going to cafeteria to eat. Especially, I love going on a Sunday. I don't eat much. So what will happen on that Sunday? You'll be given ice cream. They will give you a quarter of a chicken. And when we are talking of a quarter of a chicken, it's not just miserable chicken. We are talking of a fat chicken that by the time I take my own quarter, I'm good to go. On a day you have to take cereals, you have pap, coca out, yam or bread. You have in excess. Then every day, whatever fruit that is in season, they will surely serve us.
But I never saw that even in secondary school. Like the only thing in secondary school that I said we experienced was that then I think we could still buy bread for 13 naira, then it's moved to 15 naira, then it moved to 100 naira, and now it's now 200.
In our own time with 50 naira, I remember the first cooker that I bought. I bought it 200 naira.
Wow.
200 naira, then you're a very rich person. You can get anything that you want in the market. I was talking about friendship. Starts from all those activities in the college, and you find out by the time we are coming back home too, you feel like giving something to your friend. And and along the line you're able to build up spiritual friend, social friend.
So you mean we should have different friends for different occasions?
Yes, you should. You should have different friends for different occasions, because there are certain things that you need to confine in a spiritual friend. In everything you do in life, you have to remember also that God first. And you must spend quality time with God. Because the Bible tells us that we should commit our ways to the Lord. And when you commit your ways to the Lord, in anything you do in life, He said, you will hear a voice behind me. What is that voice going to do? Giving you a direction. So, but I found out that children of nowadays, let me just group everybody
Don't
together.
say children, you say the
Okay.
individuals.
Oh my God, the big guys of nowadays.
The individuals,
the
males, females.
Okay, everybody is in a hurry to make money.
Well, it's necessary, to be quite frank, to make money, because if you look at the situation of things are so expensive that if your allowance, or let's just say you are not earning something extra,
yes,
you will be dependent on people, and people you are dependent on also have things that they are involved in, things that they are catering for. Okay, previously when I was in part 1, for instance, things were, okay, a kg of gas was 250 naira.
Now
but right
800.
now it's 800 naira. That's
and at times even 850 per kg.
So just imagine, that's almost times 3 increase. So then I could buy all my provisions less than 3,000. But at this point, there was a day I took 7,000 to market, and I was like, where exactly did I spend all this money? If you look at the society of things, if you are not up to a particular class, these friends that you say you should make in different areas,
categories,
they will not want to be associated with you. In that, if you look at it, academic friends will definitely, people that are like knowledgeable will want to work with people that are knowledgeable.
Oh, yes.
People that are spiritual want to work with people that are spiritual. So for you to,
but you don't need to be spiritual before you work with people that are spiritual. At times that you might come across a friend or a classmate, for a purpose.
So note that also there's different ways you can categorize these friends.
Yes.
Now there are people that you can call acquaintances. You know them. They're like, hi, hello. You can converse with each other, but you don't tell each other secrets.
Oh yes.
In a way,
because you need to study them.
Yes. In a way,
there are some
a
people
friend.
They have loose lips. When you tell them Ojo is going to school, before you know it, everybody gets to know.
Yes.
So such a friend. So all you need to do, that this one I cannot confide in her.
Yes, going back to the fact that everybody's out to make money.
Yes, making money, my darling, legitimately.
Yes.
That's the word I want.
Yes.
I don't want money that is made illegally. And you see, what matters in life is self-contentment. You are talking of having money to buy this, having money to buy the. One thing that the is lack this day or this period is that you find out that they are unable to differentiate between a need and a want.
Yes.
The moment you're able to differentiate between a need and a want, look at this crisis of financial, no money, no cash, no whatever. For those of us that at least with our experiences in life, we're able to differentiate between a need and a want, where to go and where not to go. You remember that even in that period, social activities came down.
Yes, so it means that people can actually do without these social activities.
That's what I'm telling you.
So it's just because there was money, there was like, even if you notice your spending, if you calculate it, has reduced due to this cash scarcity. So in a way, it did pay.
Yes.
In a way. Yes.
And I think it's good in a way that we Nigerians, we should learn how to live within our means. Well, because let me tell you one thing. I remember some parties that came up during the cashless period. This method of spraying money, dancing on money was reduced.
Yes.
So there's we need to redefine our value. Yes, we really need to redefine our value.
Okay.
That's another thing.
Okay. In terms of like career-wise and everything, what do you think that you did that just gave you an edge? Apart from maybe, how would we say, that nowadays it's not like in the past that females were not really allowed education per se, but now there are special events, special campaigns, special opportunities for females.
Oh yes.
But now, like, what do you think then, to the level you've reached, what gave you that edge? Was it you trying different things, or you had something that you just saw and you knew that this was for you?
Okay, I think the difference between my age bracket at 20 and yours is that during our own time, we listen to people's advice. But if you find out the reverse is the other way now, because these days when you tell a 20-year-old girl, a 20-year-old boy that this course you want to pursue in the university, based on your academic performance, based on your interest, are you sure you'll be able to? Maybe prayerfully as well. They will tell you, ma'am, I'm old enough to take care of my life. I remember vividly when I was in my 20s, I wanted to go to university. They said to me, why don't you go for printing? I said, printing? I've never heard about it, and I used to think that so gender specific. Okay. So, but I thought about it.
People think like courses like engineering and gender specific.
But today you can find out that there are so many females.
So well.
Of course, in all spheres of life, you check the records of women performance all over the world. I think I'm proud to be a woman, and I'm also proud that you are a woman. What I was saying is that somebody advised. I gave it a thought. But you could imagine, because then we could not say no to some of this advice. We say, okay, let me give it a try. Maybe next year I give it a try again. It will shock you that my first year I was not serious. My mind was still, I must go for medicine. I just got to the class. He asked a question. He now looked and said, I can see that you're a very brilliant person, but you are not interested in where you have found yourself. He said, you don't know what God has in plan for you. So that day, the words sank into my mind, and I got to the hostel. I brushed myself up to the extent I was the only lady in my class. And it will surprise you, in the afternoon, all of us will be making noise because I couldn't read much in the afternoon. I'm not that I can read in the morning and in the night. By the time the result came, they were like amazed. And one Igbo guy was smart enough to say, how can a woman be leading us in class? And you know, in those days, it's not a matter of you are studying engineering, I'm studying mathematics, all mathematics will be behind you. No. It might just be 3 of you in a hall capacity of 30.
Wow.
So they do. Only 2 hours during my grade.
And she just finished her tenure as an HOD.
The first female HOD in the history of the 70-year-old printing department.
You can see that there's still prejudice against women to an extent. So, yeah.
But we are winning. We are getting there. I'm hopeful that very, very soon, a woman is going to be the president of this nation. And by the time we be the president of this nation, you are going to see a change. We don't compromise. We are women of integrity. And
hopefully, because
one
thing is that we always say these things, but if you look at some of these women, I'm not saying all, but if you look at some of these women in position of power, they always want to serve as hindrance to other women getting there.
It's complex.
Yes, I know it's complex, but it is something that we do not talk about enough, because we say women empowerment, but some people in terms of females do not actually want that women empowerment. They want to be only me in this particular place.
I remember when this mommy Sarah gave it a trial to become the president. And then I said to myself, even though I may lose my vote, that I was going to encourage her by voting for her. Somebody told me, say, her place is in the kitchen. Why is it that a woman was telling me,
can you just imagine? Like, I've actually had someone tell me that what she wants to be is to be an iyawoga, and I was amazed.
To be housewife in this time?
I was really, I'm not even joking. So
I was,
please,
my dear, I want to advise. When you work, it does not matter how much you are earning. For the fact that you go out and come back, it earns you a respect. Not only in your husband's house, even in the community, in the society. Like, how can you be a full-time housewife? It does not matter how rich that man is. You can just take a teaching job. When you're a full-time housewife, when you want to buy on this, or you want to reach out to your family, you have to wait until you also... No.
And I'm of the opinion that every woman, every man, because I'm not only talking to women, every woman, every man should have something of their own, something that belongs to only you, not you of being someone's child, you of being someone's wife, you of being someone's husband. You as an individual, you should give that to yourself as a gift at least. Sure, you get me? Yeah.
And above all, I think, you talk of career development. Nigeria is not good. Nigeria is not good. Some people, some youths, they are still making their millions.
Yes.
So it's just like you, flowing along the innovations, the technological development. When you go over there, there is nothing, my sweetheart. There is nothing. But in Nigeria, you can sit at the comfort.
Of course, they are more advanced than us.
Yeah, they are more, don't worry. The moment we're able to get it right. I told you what happened during our own time. We had everything in abundance because we had leaders that had the love of the electorate. Yes. It's not after 4 years we are coming back to
paying arrears.
No, apart from that, coming around to tell you we love you,
giving bag of rice.
No.
Giving.
Let me tell you, I think the moment we are able to hold our leaders to position of responsibility, giving accountability matters.
The law should not be over anybody.
The fact remains that so many things are just wrong. So we are looking forward to that change. And I want to tell everybody, when we talk about change starts from
you.
Me and you and you. Do you know that during this cashless issue,
if you see those POS people,
they exploited us. But at a point in time, I made up my mind. I said, I was not going to pay through my nose. You can imagine buy something 2,000. Somebody will say because you are paid through POS. That already he had increase that amount of
Yes,
money.
of course.
He will not say because you are using it, you have to pay additional.
Yes.
When one told me, I said, okay, you can hold on to it.
Because I noticed there was someone I went to, our own POS charge was 20 naira. Why somebody else POS charge was 100 naira? See the difference, a whole 18 naira difference.
Do you know that it will amuse you? There's this particular woman selling provision around my place. Throughout this crisis, this woman did not increase her prices, and she was not charging anything for transfer. Some people will tell you that because you are buying sunlight or whatever, you have to put 100 naira. So this cashless issue, there's what we are going to call customer loyalty.
Yes.
You can't expect
There are
me to
people
go
that
to
will not go
somebody
to again. Like
who
me.
exploited me now.
No,
That
no,
say,
no, no,
after
no.
the crisis,
Especially
of
those
course.
POS people that they were charging, like they'll say for 1,000 you pay 300. After this cashless
Some people
policy,
take
they will
400. Some
they will
people they took 400
That's
naira.
audacity.
Can you? But is it? No,
it's
you
not,
see, that's why I
it's
said
not.
the change has to start from you. And
And
However 20 is wonderful. And I look forward to seeing the younger generation enjoying what I enjoyed then.
I hope so, because all those cafeteria food, everything, I don't think we can enjoy it now.
It's only about accommodation. And second year, I had a single room to myself. There was a place to cook, where to hang my clothes.
Also, in my university, we were 8 in a room. And we set previously, there were some rooms that there were 16. So it tells you how bad things got, like in this economy. Then you spread clothes, they will steal it. Me, if I spread clothes, I just count my
In our own time, we don't steal.
I don't know, the audacity that people have now, I don't understand. Like, I'll spread my thing, I want to steal it.
We don't steal. Do you know that in our own time, we are very fearful and dreadful of the 10 commandments?
Yeah, if it was in the olden days, that maybe you see like this, the ground open, I think corruption would be less.
You see, one thing is that we are now in grace dispensation.
Yes.
But unfortunately, a lot of us will abuse the grace dispensation. In those days, when you do something, when you err, you see that immediately judgment comes. My mom, while going to market, at times she will not lock her flat. Wow. She'll just close the door and she'll go. And you will see people coming into our house in those days to watch television, and you know that love. And you find out that most times when you go visiting them, a lot of people around, your neighbors, they will come around with food and whatever you bring to give to your mom, she'll start sharing them. Sharing. You remember even when you were growing? Do you remember when you were growing? Yes. Remember that I was keeping my key with my neighbor. There was a particular day that right from my work then, I was admitted 7 days in the hospital, and by the time I came back, I saw one of you wearing the woman's daughter's clothes. And even that particular night, she said, no, I don't want them to disturb you. But now, I can't even leave any of my children, even no matter how grown you are now. I can't leave you with any neighbor. But then, that was why I talk of security. You can decide by 9 p.m. that you are going to Lagos. And you find out if you have a flat tire, then somebody will wait. He will even give you a tire and will tell you, wait, drop it in the road, because he trusted you that you are going to do what he has instructed. But now, even when you have flat tire in the morning, people will not wait
at all, because you can be an armed robber.
You can be an armed robber,
or a kidnapper. Imagine the person that they killed in BRT then in Lagos. So it just shows you how like things have changed. So that's why this year 20s, please ensure that you are wise.
Yes.
And if you would like to see more of her, I have another video planned that I'm going to do with her. I'm going to upload that video, so make sure you subscribe, you like, you leave a comment, and yes, any other questions you have, you can send it in the comment section and I will send it to her. She'll respond and I'm going to paste it in the comment section just for you. And yeah, I will see you. Did you enjoy your time?
Oh my God. If I can't, I don't know how to describe it. It was fun. And if it's possible to turn the hand of the clock back to the 20s, I think I would love to do it.
That's because you enjoyed your 20s.
I did.
I personally did not enjoy it like last year. I don't know why.
I did. It was fun. It was fun. Nice being with you, Pamela.
She's acting professional. This is my mom, yo.
It's nice to have professional, because you know there are times to go for interview, so it's like we're trying to be official. Yeah. I'm on your YouTube. Yeah. So love you all. Please subscribe to our YouTube.
You heard that?
Yeah.